All right, contemporary typography. How you guys doing? Welcome to Milestone 3. So we have a lot to do this week, and I just kind of want to go over where we've been and where we're headed. So let's go ahead and take a look at the announcement text itself. So in Milestone 1, we selected a subject and began the process of assigning and encoding meaning to the typographic presentation of that subject, right? So we sketched and we kind of defined our meaning behind the sketches to reflect the research associated with the subject that we picked for our posters moving forward, right? So during Milestone 2, we took the best of those sketches and developed into a full digital typographic rendering. Notice I say full and I didn't say complete, because theoretically you will be making some changes moving forward to the final presentation of the typographic title. So working towards that end, right? So in Milestone 3, we're going to continue developing the typeface before I get into Milestone 3, I want to say this. At this point, guys, it should be specifically clear that we take specific letter forms. We take individual parts of letter forms, ascenders, descenders, counters, bowls, terminals, etc., and we repurpose those to create new letters. I think the best example would be an N into an M. So we're talking about a sans serif typeface, right? The N is simply just the stroke, right? So if we take that stroke, we double it and remove any serifs that are associated, we go from this to this. So we go from an N to an M. And that's the most direct example I can say, but that's the process. So every letter form we create is based off specific things that have already been created to develop the letters associated with the title of your subject. Okay, so what we have to do this week is we have to take what we've already designed. Let me jump over here. This might be a little bit more clear. Where is it? Right here. Okay, so we're going to take the remaining components. So what you need to do is take a look at what you have so far. Identify any character components that aren't part of what you've already designed and go ahead and design those. Okay? That's going to be task 1 for this week. So you're going to develop the remaining components. Okay? Important to note right now, we're not going to develop the missing letters at this point. You're going to develop missing components. So let's say hypothetically, you have a title that doesn't have any descenders, all right? So at this point, you would start to develop, you would recognize that as a missing component, a component that needs to be completed. You would start designing the descender, at least the main stroke of the descender, and you would determine how you're going to use that to create other descenders for other letter forms, right? Then in task 2, you're going to take all of what the missing components that you have developed, and you're going to create a full character set. Okay, that full character, and then of course for the milestone submission, you're going to refine and resubmit and include your artist's journal. But the full character set, of course, right here we have. Let's see, where is that? Full character set of uppercase, lowercase letters, numeric characters. Of course, that's 0 through 9, right? And then punctuation. So quotation marks, commas, tittles for the I, colon, semicolon, etc., etc. Okay, so that's kind of the lay of the land of where we've been and where we're heading. Again, it's super important at this point to mention that in typeface design, you don't necessarily type every letter you don't design every letter individually. You design components of letters, and then you start to assemble those components to create new letters using the components of letters that have already been created. Really important concept. This is how we create harmony in our typefaces. All right, let's jump through the milestone. Let's see what we have. Milestone learning activities. Of course, I don't have to, guys, this is such a treat for you guys. This class is written beautifully. It's really nice because we have the opportunity to learn how to develop our own typeface, right? But we're still studying contemporary type design and typography while developing. So we kind of get a double bang for your buck here, which is really fantastic because there's some great resources here, guys. Don't skip these. don't skip these, guys. They're so important. All right, you've got the learning. You've got contemporary type design, developing a full character set, from Metal to Mac, understanding font technology. Those are a textbook. Chapters right here, Type on the Web and Metal to Mac, and I've got those up in here, guys, and this is a great textbook. I know that a couple of students have emailed me and said, hey, this is really a good book, and it is. It's one of the best. It's one of the best, and I've seen them all. So this is a fantastic book, so please don't miss out on the opportunity to take advantage of what is available in this book and while it's available to you. So please do not hesitate to jump into that book and really spend some time in there. All right, now we've got our task instructions, which I've gone through. So, and again, as I did in Milestone 1 and Milestone 2, I will include a summary kind of checklist in your post Milestone 3 Task 1 and Milestone 3 Task post here, as well as your Milestone submission, which should be pretty self-explanatory. But I will give you that checklist just to make sure. It seems those have been working, and again, I have received some comments from students saying, thanks for including those, they're helping out. So I'll continue along that line. All right, now let's jump over here. I want to, in part of this announcement, I want you to see right here in the middle, and this isn't the final formatted announcement, this is just the text, but please review the following resources on understanding creating successful typefaces from lynda.com, Graphic Design Foundations, Typography with Ina Saltz, and Learning Type Design with Charles Nix. So you go right over here to Developing a Full Character Set lecture in Milestone 3, and right down here is a video tutorial. Click that, that'll take you to lynda.com. While you're at lynda.com, let me show you how to get to the other title, Learning Type Design. I'm just going to copy that, and then we're going to go to lynda.com, which I have open because this is that Ina Saltz video, right? So we can just come right up to the top and search right in there, and go ahead and do your search, and there it is right there, Learning Type Design with Charles Nix. Okay, guys, this is an hour and 46 minutes, and the Ina Saltz is, I believe, 2.5 hours, if I'm not mistaken.
Now that we've defined the difference.
Let me see real quick. That is, yeah, it's almost 2.5 hours. Now, I know it seems like, oh, yeah, just what I have, 2.5, 3, 4 extra hours, right? Guys, okay, as you know, lynda.com is the finest instructional tutorial resources available anywhere, bar none. Okay, lynda.com is a incredible resource to have included here in your course material. So please do what you have to do to take the time, to find the time to read, to view these videos. They're fantastic. One really neat thing I want to show you a really neat thing at lynda.com too. I'm just going to hit that play button, and I want to show you that right here. Let's go ahead and
now that we've
right here
the difference
is a playback speed, so we can come over here, and I usually go to like 1.5.
Legibility measures how well viewers.
It's really funky at first because it kind of sound like an elf talking, but once you get acclimated to it, you can really go through these videos. And don't go anything higher than 1.5. I think it's really difficult to understand. Let me just show you. Let's go to 2.
I want to show you important factors which can influence legibility.
So that's pretty difficult. But you can really cut the time down associated. You can go to 1.5 and get those videos viewed in less than an hour. And that's what I do. So if there's an area in the video that you think you would like to hear again, just stop it and replay it. So, all right, those are the lynda.com video tutorials. That our introduction and kind of showing you around Milestone 3. Here's our due dates. Those are available. All right, guys. So that's all I have. Oh, want to jump one more thing over here. I'm just going to jump over to the course homepage, and we're going to go to the Learner Resources off the course homepage, which is located right here. And as you can see, I've populated that with a new set of resources, how to design custom lettering in Illustrator. So please be sure to take a look at those. All right, guys, that's what I have for Milestone 3 already. Here we are. Okay, so everyone's doing really good, guys, really good. One thing I want to mention in general, guys, watch your due dates for your response posts for discussion board, okay? They're due, your responses are due 48 hours after the deadline of the task submission, okay? So if the task submission is due on a Tuesday, your responses are due Thursday, okay? Please keep that in mind. A few students have kind of been, well, it's been a holiday, so I understand. But please, back on track, 110% this week, guys. All right, again, welcome to Milestone 3. And let me just jump back to where I was. There we go. Welcome to Milestone 3, guys. Questions, comments, concerns, clarifications, or any of the above, please don't hesitate to get with me. I can help you guys, and those of you who have contacted me for help, no, I'm right on it. You won't be waiting for me for a response. I'm in pretty much every day. So over 10 minutes, didn't want to do that, but just want to reinforce. You need help, let me know. I'll be glad to help you out if you get stuck. All right, thanks, guys. See you in discussion board.